In this demonstration, we'd like to take a deeper dive into how personalization is combined with Lotus Web Content Management to create a more personal user experience. To do this, we're going to take a look at this announcements portlet on the renovation site. This portlet displays the announcement according to the person who is logged in. So if the user is from the sales team, they will see the sales information. If they're from IT, they will see the IT information. So if I log out and log in as Kelly is a member of the sales team, she will see the sales message for today. Now notice she does not see any edit capability. If I log in as someone from the IT team, such as Vivian will see the announcement for the IT department. And again, she does not have edit rights. If I log in as Sam, who is the manager of the sales department, Sam not only sees the sales message because he is a member of the sales team, he also has edit rights, and he can easily use Lotus Web Content Management in order to change the message of the day for everyone in the sales department to see. So we're going to dig deeper into this portlet and go behind the scenes to see how all of this is constructed. I'll log in as an administrator because making these things are more of an administrative task. If I look at the configuration of this portlet, you'll see that it is configured. This is the standard Web Content Management portlet, and it is configured to render a component. That component is a personalization component. So let's go and examine that component. If I go into Web Content Management, I can look at the personalization announcements component. It is a personalization component that embeds a personalization rule along with how to format the results of that rule. We'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's look at the rule first. This type of rule is a binding rule. The binding rule matches the user to the content. So if a person is an IT user and has that profile, they will see the IT messages. Sales see the sales messages. Otherwise, there's a general message displayed. Let's go in and look at the details behind that rule now. Heading over to Personalization Interface, this is the rule that is the binding rule that matches the user that was pointed to in the personalization component. Inside that rule, we not only have the various profiles like IT, sales, which is part of the SE rule user's profile. We also have the select rules for selecting the content, such as IT message, sales message, and general message. Let's examine each one of those. The general message simply picks the content that is in the showcase internal site announcements part of the site area, and the category has all, and that is the general message that goes to all users. If we do a preview on this rule, we'll see and validate which content is going to be coming back, which would be the message for today. You'll see that there are similar rules for the IT message, picking the category for information technology, and the sales message, which is sales. Now let's look at how the user is profiled using a profile rule. Let's edit this rule so you can get a feel for the personalization editor. This type of rule is a profile rule. The rule profile type is defined at the top. Then the types of users are named when you create the rule. So the IT user. And then you say the conditions when that particular profile is appropriate. This one looks at the portal users' business categories. Well, where do these come from? This actually is selected through the Smart Editor and selecting the portal users' business category. Now there you can see there's a number of other fields to choose from here. This corresponds with the information stored in the user's profile. So if we edit the user's profile, you'll see that the business category is set to sales. Going back to our rule, that category is matched to a particular text attribute. Those conditions could be very complex, and you can add additional conditions as well to create the profile for a particular user. Again, you can preview to see that you get the valid content. So that is the profile rule. All of those are used in combination when we in the binding rule, so that you're matching that particular profile to the message of the day. The results of this rule will return a collection of messages. Those messages then are returned to the personalization component in WCM. And then the formatting is determined by the personalization component. So we have a header section, which brings in some style sheets as well as start of our table. Then you have the design for each of the items that are returned, which formats the message, including the image and the ability to edit if that capability is allowed for a particular user. You can see in this where there is some elements that come from the web content itself, such as the SC body. You can also see that there are other components that are embedded within this, such as the inline edit tools. And this is what is behind the announcements portlet.